Patriots beat the Browns 32-13 1 week after finally eclipsing 17 points. Cleveland offense reverted to its old form, mustering 2 touchdowns. Gabriel also couldn't take care of the ball. One thing coaches have consistently praised him for is taking care of the football.
Yeah.
But guess what, Ocho? 2 touchdowns. Shedeur Sanders was inactive because of a back injury, but the calls for him to play will only grow louder if the Browns continue to. Oh, the Browns' bye week is this week. Even though Kevin Stefanski said after the game that Gabriel will remain the team starter for now.
The stadium was cold, the energy lifeless, and by the end of the third quarter, the scoreboard read like a horror movie for Cleveland fans. Patriots 32, Browns 13. Another Sunday. Another meltdown. And this time, Shannon Sharpe and Chad Ochocinco had seen enough. On NightCap, the two NFL legends didn't hold back. Shannon leaned in, eyes narrowed, voice sharp. 2 touchdowns, Ocho. That's it. Dillon Gabriel couldn't even take care of the football. That line cut deep, because it wasn't just about stats. It was about trust. About a team pretending to be patient while fans are losing faith. For weeks, Kevin Stefanski had been selling a fantasy. Saying Shedeur Sanders wasn't ready. Saying Dillon Gabriel had earned his shot. But when the Browns' offense crumbles to 2 touchdowns and the quarterback throws the ball like it's a live grenade, how long can you keep pretending this is working? Shannon and Ocho made it clear, Gabriel's leash has run out. The kid looks overwhelmed, lost in the speed of the league, and drowning behind a playbook that doesn't fit his style. Meanwhile, Shedeur Sanders sits quietly on the sideline, the one man who could ignite a broken offense. And when UNC said, Shedeur was inactive because of a back injury, but come on, that's fake drama from Stefanski, you could hear the frustration boiling over. Because this isn't about injury reports anymore. It's about accountability. It's about a coach who's choosing stubbornness over salvation. The Browns don't have a quarterback problem, they have a courage problem. Stefanski's afraid to unleash the one man who can save this team, Shedeur Sanders. Even Ocho couldn't hide his disbelief. Man, Drake May over there in New England looking real good, he said with that trademark grin. Everybody eatin'. Bout, Diggs, Hunter Henry, everybody getting the ball. And that's when it hit everyone watching. The contrast. On one sideline, a rookie like Drake May is thriving, confident, composed, and feeding his entire offense. On the other, Dillon Gabriel is freezing under the lights, turning the ball over, and wasting one of the best defenses in football. How long can Cleveland keep watching this same movie? Ocho put it plain. If you got the ball for just 23 minutes, you better be explosive. You better be efficient. You better be Kansas City level dangerous. But Cleveland? They're not explosive. They're not dangerous, they're predictable. And while the offense sleeps, the defense, led by Myles Garrett, fights like hell, only to get left stranded on the battlefield. Garrett had 5 sacks in that game. A career high. And somehow, Cleveland still lost by 19 points. That's not just rare, it's historic. Garrett became the first player in NFL history to record 5 sacks and still lose by more than a field goal. Let that sink in. You dominate. You set records, and you still walk off the field feeling like a failure. Cleveland fans, be honest. If your defense gives you 5 sacks from Myles Garrett and you still lose by nearly 20, who's really to blame here? Gabriel? Stefanski? Or both? Drop your thoughts in the comments. After the game, Myles Garrett stood in front of the media, eyes heavy, jaw tight. He said the words that broke every Browns fan's heart. I'd throw the whole performance away for a win. That's pain. That's frustration wrapped in professionalism, and Shannon knew it immediately. He looked at Ocho and said, "Ooh, maybe I want you to explain it to me like I'm 7. Ocho smirked, "I got you." Then he broke it down the way only Chad Johnson could. Myles Garrett ain't mad about the loss. He's mad because there ain't no guaranteed money left. He's playing chess now. He knows his value's at its highest. He's throwing a fit to get a new deal or force a trade. Because he knows this team ain't changing anytime soon. And that's the scary part. Ocho's not wrong. The Browns haven't changed in 35 years. Different coaches, same story. Different quarterbacks, same disappointment. You could hear Shannon's disbelief. I can't feel sorry for him. This is what he signed up for. He knew what Cleveland was. And in that moment, NightCap wasn't just an NFL show. It felt like a wake, a eulogy for a franchise that refuses to evolve. You can't build a dynasty with denial. And right now, Cleveland's biggest opponent isn't New England, it's itself. Ocho laughed, but it was one of those hollow laughs. The kind you use when you've run out of answers. He said, "You sign up for the Browns, you better be ready to fight for your life every Sunday." And that's what Myles Garrett has been doing. Fighting for relevance, fighting for respect, while his offense crumbles behind him. Then Shannon hit the nerve everyone was thinking about but afraid to say, maybe it's time to move on from Myles Garrett. The chat went wild. Because the moment you say that name and the word trade in the same sentence, the NFL world stops. But UNC wasn't trolling. He was being real. That he said, "You got 5 sacks and got the brakes beat off you. You're no closer to a championship with him than without him. So why not rebuild with pieces that can actually help you win long term?" It's a harsh truth, but an honest one. And as wild as it sounds, teams would line up for Myles Garrett. Dallas, Philly, Detroit, all 3 could pick up the phone tomorrow. And that's when Ocho dropped the bombshell.
Myles Garrett had a career-high 5 sacks today, but became the first player in NFL history to do that and lose by more than 3 points. With his 5 sacks, Garrett passed Reggie White for the most sacks by a player, 108.5, before turning 30, since sacks became an official stats in 1982. Despite personal success, Myles was caught being visibly upset with offensive woes on the sideline. Let's take a listen to what he had to say, Ocho, after the game.
And you were hot, boy.
It doesn't get any easier each week you ask me. So,
how do you feel about your performance after? Does the loss diminish how you feel about your performance today in August?
I would throw the whole performance away for a win.
Ocho, maybe
Yeah.
I want you to explain it to me as if I was 7. So you're really going to have to get down to it and explain it to me as if I was a kid.
I got you. Talk to me.
I want you to tell me what was Myles Garrett thinking was going to happen based on everything that has happened since he's been there. What has he seen from this organization that convinced him they were going to get it right?
Well, Unc, you have to understand, as a 7-year-old that you are, I'm going to explain it to you in the best way possible. Myles Garrett understood there is no more guaranteed money on my contract.
He said, "You think about Jerry Jones-Macon, that call down to Cleveland? It's gonna take 3 first-round picks, but the Cowboys got the capital." You could almost hear Cowboys fans sitting up in their chairs, because that's how dynasties are born, with moves that shake the league. And Ocho wasn't done. That he said, the Eagles would do it. Detroit would do it. Put Myles Garrett next to Aiden Hutchinson? Ship the Lombardi right now. And you know what? He's not exaggerating. Myles Garrett in Detroit would break football. Ocho leaned forward, half joking but deadly serious. "Man, that ain't fair." Shannon smiled. "No, it's not. But you put him on that turf in Dallas, and you got yourself a different kind of monster." And that's the conversation Cleveland fans didn't want to have, but needed to. Because while Garrett is fighting for pride, Dillon Gabriel is sinking this team, and Shedeur Sanders. He's waiting, watching, learning, and ready to step in when this house finally collapses. If you're the Browns GM, do you trade Myles Garrett for 3 first-rounders and start fresh with Shedeur Sanders under center? Or do you keep pretending Dillon Gabriel can fix this? Let me know what you'd do if you were running Cleveland. As Shannon said, "Look, Garrett's great. Defensive Player of the Year great. But it don't matter when your offense is scoring 13 points. And that's the brutal truth. Cleveland doesn't need another defender. They need a leader. And that leader's name is Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur doesn't just bring talent, he brings belief. And right now, belief is the only thing the Browns can't buy." Would you like me to continue directly into part 2 now, picking up from Shannon and Ocho's trade talk and shifting into the closing segment about Cleveland's broken culture, Garrett's frustration, and the case for starting Shedeur Sanders right after the bye week? I didn't come here to compete for respect, I came here to redefine it. Those words from Shedeur Sanders reverberated through the facility walls like a war cry. And when you hear that tone, that certainty, you understand this is not a rookie lost in the lights. This is a general preparing for battle. But here's the reality the media can't seem to digest. When your last name is Sanders, you're not just fighting for a roster spot. You're fighting for perception, reputation, and legacy, all before your first NFL snap. And that's the pressure no one seems willing to admit. Dillon Gabriel has had his moment in college glory, Oklahoma, UCLA, high-tempo football, for 1,000 yards passing. But the NFL doesn't care about your highlight reel when the lights go cold. What it cares about is leadership, composure, and the ability to command a huddle when grown men's paychecks depend on you. That's the quality Shedeur has carried since his first game under Deion at Jackson State. He wasn't just a quarterback, he was an anchor. And now, the same leadership is being painted as cocky. Tell me something, when was confidence ever a crime in the NFL? When Baker Mayfield was dancing, they called it swagger. When Burrow wore sunglasses, it was charisma. But when Shedeur Sanders walks into camp with a Rolex and a quiet smirk, it's arrogance. Nah, that's not arrogance, that's equity. That's the same confidence he earned on the field, the same edge that makes defensive backs question their angles before the balls even snap. And that's where this story flips, because while Cleveland's reporters write their narratives, Shedeur's writing his own. Every practice rep, every locker room conversation, every film session is an audition not just for a job, but for belief. And while some players crack under that type of microscope, Shedeur? He thrives under it. Now, let's not sugarcoat it, Dillon Gabriel isn't a pushover. His release is quick, his accuracy clean, and he's been winning over some coaches quietly. But this is where the intangibles separate quarterbacks from stat machines. When Shedeur steps into a huddle, guys listen. They respond. He doesn't need to raise his voice. He controls tempo through presence. You can't coach that. You can't measure that on a combined sheet. That's earned command. So here's the real controversy, and maybe Browns fans won't admit it yet, but the locker room is starting to split. Some veterans have seen enough to pick their guy. One insider leaked, Shedeur talks like a 10-year vet. He's not trying to impress anyone, he's trying to elevate everyone. That's how leadership looks in silence. That's how the greats start, not with endorsements, not with media hype, but with small ripples inside the building that grow into tidal waves by week 1. And then there's Deion, Coach Prime, watching all of this unfold like a father who already knows how the movie ends. He told ESPN last week, pressure's not something Shedeur feels, it's something he applies. That's not just a soundbite, that's a prophecy. Because while critics scream about nepotism and hype, Shedeur's out there executing. He's diagnosing coverages faster, he's outdueling Gabriel in situational drills, and most importantly, he's carrying himself like a franchise quarterback. And there it is. Dangerous. Not impressive. Not encouraging. Dangerous. Because when veterans start believing in a rookie, front offices start sweating. Coaches start rethinking depth charts. And that's exactly what's happening in Cleveland. Every rep Dillon Gabriel takes now feels like a fight to keep his narrative alive. Every pass Shedeur completes feels like a statement, a quiet, surgical dismantling of every doubt ever thrown his way. And whether it's a check down or a deep strike, Shedeur is showing command, not chaos. Now let's step back, because this isn't just about a rookie quarterback battle. This is about something deeper. This is about a generational shift. The NFL has always been a league of transition, but this feels like revolution. Because Shedeur Sanders doesn't just represent youth, he represents change. He represents the son of an icon, trying to carve a name out of granite already carved by his father. He represents the social media generation meeting the old school grind. And he represents a reality most aren't ready to face, that greatness can be inherited and earned at the same time. So when the cameras capture those tense moments in practice, when the crowd murmurs after every throw, when Gabriel's eyes dart toward the sideline, they're not just witnessing competition. They're witnessing a collision of eras. Old school versus new blood. Quiet grind versus loud confidence. And when that smoke clears, the NFL better be ready for who's standing tall in the middle. Because when the lights come on in September, and that first Cleveland drive begins, who do you really want taking the snap? The kid who knows the playbook or the one who owns the moment? That's not just a question for the Browns, that's a question for every fan who's ever doubted a Sanders. And you know what the answer is. The same answer it's always been when prime blood hits the field: bet on the one who makes pressure look like comfort. Shedeur Sanders isn't waiting for permission. He's rewriting the script, one practice at a time. And when week 1 arrives and Cleveland's crowd rises, they won't just be cheering for a rookie quarterback. They'll be witnessing the start of something unavoidable. Because this isn't the Dillon Gabriel story. This isn't the Browns' quarterback competition. This is prime equity, the return of a dynasty mindset. And make no mistake, when Shedeur steps on that field, he's not just playing for Cleveland. He's playing for legacy, for respect, and for every doubt ever whispered behind closed doors. The NFL doesn't know it yet, but it's already his time. Like this video and subscribe to Gridiron Insights, because when this season unfolds, you'll want to say you heard it here first. Shedeur Sanders isn't coming for the league, he's coming to change it.